What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with...
You are literally too stupid to insult.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Diablo 3 Season 31. Will there be a Season 31? When will it be? What will the season theme be? We're going to give our best guess to these, look through some of the options and talk about things. I'm sure we're all excited for Season 31. Season 30 in Diablo 3 was really good, had a really good time. I'm still chipping away at it here and there, but to be perfectly honest, I guess most people have probably moved on by now, and we're looking forward to Season 31 for a leaderboard reset, a new season theme, and so that we can start doing that sweet, sweet Diablo 3 blasting again. Diablo 4 Season 3 really has missed the mark. I did not enjoy the season theme at all. I thought it sucked. Gauntlet doesn't look like it's been well received either. I've personally moved on and been playing quite a bit of Last Epoch recently. That's a game that I really enjoy. Really, really fun to make flexible characters. Definitely a good time. I would highly recommend that game. But of course, Diablo 3 is going to be the main thrust of this channel, so that's what we're looking for. That's what I'm excited for a new season to come, and hopefully it will be soon. Before we do get going though guys, as always, a thumbs up brightens my day, and I hope you do enjoy today's video sponsor. Today's video sponsor is Royal Match. This is a super fun, super relaxing, bright and vibrant free-to-play puzzle game. It's completely ad-free, which means the time you spend playing this game is time spent enjoying the game without any interruptions. King Robert needs your help to restore his castle to its former glory, and there are thousands of levels, in fact over 7,000, so lots and lots of replayability. It's highly engaging with endless variety and power-ups, so much fun. Blowing things up with the TNT is particularly satisfying. Boom. Playing a few games every night is a great way to relax and unwind, and I can now get the royal treatment that I deserve. My wife loves it too. It's a game with very chill, happy vibes, and it's impossible to be in a bad mood after playing it for any length of time whatsoever. So if you fancy giving this great game a go, scan the QR code on screen during this video, or check out the video description or even the pinned comment. It really helps the channel out in a big way. Thank you again so much to Royal Match for sponsoring the channel. I wish you all good luck in your quest to help King Robert. Back to the video. Right, will there be a Season 31 for Diablo 3? Yes, definitely. Why do I say that? Well, they have previously said at Blizzard that they're going to recycle the old season themes. We can't recycle the old season themes if we don't get new seasons. If you look at Diablo 2 Resurrected, that's been dropped like a hot potato from Blizzard. There's been no real kind of development in that game for ages, but they are still getting ladder resets. So of course we are going to get seasons moving forwards. I know some content creators have kind of framed it as this is the end of Diablo 3. And it is in a certain sense, because we're not going to get anything new, so we're not going to get any set changes that alter mechanics of how sets work, like the Natalia set was reworked to be a spike trap build. We're not going to get anything like that. We're not going to get any new season themes, but what we are going to get is just this recycling of content as the game is in maintenance mode. Now, I think from Season 30, they did show that it is quite easy to do balanced patches. So we've got some of the top builds coming down in power for Season 30, we've got some of the underperforming builds coming up, and I think they will do that again for Season 31. I hope it's not nerfs. I would quite like everything to stay as it is. I would like the worst performing sets in the game to be brought up. Something like the Pestilence Necromancer sucks. I'd love that to be much more powerful, and I'm sure that's what the Season 31 PTR will be. Just a few balance changes here or there, nothing major, no new season theme, nothing mechanically will change, but we will get a Season 31. Now, Diablo 4, of course, is going to be Blizzard's cash cow in the Diablo universe, because realistically there's no way of ongoing monetization for Diablo 2 Resurrected, there's no ongoing monetization for Diablo 3, so Diablo 4 is going to have to do the heavy lifting in terms of IP sales. They want a season every 3 months for Diablo 4 because they would like to sell battle passes. Just that straightforward. They've committed fairly publicly and confidently in stone. Diablo 4 every 3 months is going to get a new season. They've got two teams, one team working on odd numbered seasons, one team working on even numbered seasons. So actually they've got a whole 6 months as the dev team to get the next patch ready and the next season. I think that's going to stay. If we look at Diablo 4 Season 2, this went from the 17th of October 23, and then Season 3 for Diablo 4 started on the 23rd of January 24. That's 3 months and a week, although it did include the Christmas gap. So that's roughly speaking that 3 months. Why do we mention this for Diablo 3? Well, of course, Diablo 3, the perfect slot for it really is going to be a couple of weeks before the next Diablo 4 season. It just to me makes a lot of sense because most people are done with Diablo 3 in about 2 weeks. Maybe you've cleared your 150 in that time. Maybe you've just done your blast, you've got your 6-piece bonus, you've completed your season journey, you've run a bunch of rifts, you've had your fun, and then you're wanting to move on to Diablo 4. It will get a lot of people onto the Blizzard launcher, it will build some hype in the world of Sanctuary and the Diablo IP, and I think they're always going to basically put Diablo 3 2 weeks before Diablo 4. Now that's great news if it does happen for me. I love Diablo 3. If we get a season reset every 3 months, I'm going to be absolutely ecstatic because I think ultimately that is a decent amount of time to blast away, complete all your 150s, push all your builds if that's what you want to do, and then you can go off and do whatever it is that you want. So I think really to get the date for the season 31, we need to have a little bit of a look as to when Diablo 4 season 4 is going to be. So if season 3 for Diablo 4 started 23rd of January, then we know that season 4 is going to start roughly late April or early May. There is going to be a PTR for Season 4 for Diablo 4, so that might well add a couple of weeks to the development cycle, depending how long that lasts, whether they spend some time taking feedback. Of course, Diablo 3 in the early days, some of the PTRs, they'd put it up, they'd get a load of feedback, they'd take it down, they'd implement the feedback, they'd put the PTR back up again for a bit. Whether it works like that, I'm not sure. I do think though the pressure to get these Battle Pass sales out, I do think you will just simply see a new Diablo 4 season late April or early May. So if we look at Diablo 3 Season 30, well, this worked in conjunction with Season 3 for Diablo 4. So with Diablo 4 launching on the 23rd of January, roughly 2 weeks before, on the 12th of January, the Season 30 launched. We did have 5 weeks before that the PTR. Again, bear in mind there was the Christmas period here. So what we're seeing is that the current season of Diablo 3 launched 2 weeks before the current season of Diablo 4. So if Diablo 4 is late April or early May, that means Season 31 will come mid or late April, depending on when the Season 4 for Diablo 4 is. Now, if we're to get a PTR, it's going to be 4 or 5 weeks before that. So that is going to be mid or late March. I'm recording this on the 9th. I was kind of hopeful maybe on Friday, so a couple of days, yesterday, 8th of March, we would have heard. I think we're going to get a PTR announcement for Diablo 3. I think it's going to be this coming week. So I think on Friday, they're going to say this is when Season 31 PTR is going to be. It's going to only last a week, like the Season 30 PTR. If we're lucky, they'll tell us which season theme we're going to get. But as with Season 30, it was a complete surprise. We had no idea. We launched the PTR and soul shards started dropping. So that's my guess for the PTR. And I think really we're going to get Season 30 either mid or late April. That's what I'm kind of budgeting. Of course, if D4 gets delayed because of a PTR, maybe this could all be kicked down the road a couple of weeks. But hand on heart, I think mid or late April we'll all be loading up Diablo 3 and blasting away. Now, that then leaves what season theme are we going to get? And I think this is going to be quite interesting. So there is a post here from a Yukos on the forums, and basically he went through and listed out all of the season themes that we have had. So season 1 to 13 there was no theme, it was just patches, so we can kind of forget all of those. We have just, of course, had soul shards, so they're not going to repeat that, so that is out as well. Double Goblins was the first ever season theme. My god, that sucked. I cannot envisage a world where they reset the game and give us double goblins, so that for me is out. Double bounties is also out, and the reason for that, of course, is the Altar of Rights, which we know is permanent for each single season now, gives double bounties, so that is definitely not going to happen. Same reason for the Triune Circles, we get those with the Potion unlock and the Altar of Rights, so that is most definitely out. Season 23 was a bit blag. This was a follower rework, so again it was kind of like a season without a theme, so that is definitely going to go, and they won't repeat that. Again, similar Echoing Nightmare, I think we can rule that out because that's been added to the base game. Vision of Enmity, which was 29, I think is out. Again, it's gone into the main game. I really hope they don't bring a Paragon cap back of 800. Whether they should bring a Paragon cap back for SSF, I personally think it would be a good idea, maybe like 2000, something like that. That's probably a separate video that I have talked about that in the past. So that doesn't leave us with many options, but we know we're not going to get soul shards, but that is one that we can use moving forward. So 16 and 17 were free Rogue and the free Legacy of Dreams gem. I can't really see these being strong enough for a season theme, so I wouldn't really like to see them. I wouldn't mind them combined in one. I don't think that would be the end of the world, but I'm still not thinking it's going to be particularly strong because a free Rogue basically just gives you maybe convention of elements in some builds. Free Legacy of Dreams just gives you an extra legendary gem. It sounds pretty weak to me, so I kind of hope that these two here are not going to be in the rotation. Ethereals was very popular. Obviously, we seem to have kind of gone back to 25. So are they going to move down, forwards in time from 25? Is the Soul Shards the last season theme they're going to be? Or is it going to be, we're going to move this way up it? Don't really know. But what I would say, Ethereals, that was a massive hit. That was a really good season theme. We had to collect all of them. There was a really cool transmog quest for that, which I think they could get back because obviously some people might not have done it. Ethereals all had interesting powers on them as well. That was a really fun season. Again, another one was the Sanctified items. You had to get the Angelic Crucibles, upgrade your items into Sanctified. They again came with special powers. That was a really fun season, so I could see either one of those two being there. 22 was massive for Necro. I'm a big Necro fanboy, so the 4th cube slot added a lot of juice for Necro. The clones also, early game, was so powerful. This is where you clicked a pylon and a shadow clones jumped out and like melted stuff. Dicey on hardcore for some reflect damage, I seem to remember, but again, really good season, that one. And similarly, cube without restriction, I really love that one. Just having the ability to put like a weapon in every single slot of the cube, or a jewelry item in 2, and an armor piece in another. That was a good season. I'm really happy with those. Then we've got the two kind of time interval buff or kill streak ones. There was some shenanigans you could do with trying to clear rifts by timing the different buffs that happened. You could also try and time your kill streaks to get like Rift Guardians killed and stuff. Overall, I thought they were okay. They weren't my favourite, so I wouldn't mind if they skipped both of those, but they are still in the game, so I think ultimately, from a development point of view, if you know you're going to get a new season every 3 months, then you may as well chuck them in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 season themes that could be recycled. Altar of Rights is an interesting one. I certainly think that they could bring this back, so they could have a season where the altar was actually at the full power it was, and if you did include that, that would be 8 season themes to rotate through. So that 8 ones I think that are probably going to be acceptable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whether the altar does come back, so I think it's going to be 7 or 8 themes we're going to cycle through. Now, if we're going to do 4 in a year, that basically means every 2 years you'd be going through one of these seasonal themes. I'm okay with that. I think that could be good. I think particularly if you mixed up the item ones with the cube ones, so you might find that it goes something like Soul Shards, because they do items, then we go to cube without restriction, then we go to Pandemonium, then we go to Ethereals, then we go to 4th cube slot, then we go to the time interval buffs, then we go to Sanctified items, then we go to altar, and then we reset the whole thing. It's going to be really interesting to know what the kind of rotation is as we move through time, but basically they're the season themes that we have available to us. I've personally, if I had to pick, I would go for the 4th cube slot. I really enjoyed that season. It's just dead good fun to make builds, and it's really powerful early on to get the extra cube slot. But I would be interested to know which of these seasons was your favourite. Which one do you hope comes back from season 31? I kind of also hope they don't tell us. I'd like it to be a surprise on PTR. Right, that is enough waffle and gumph about season 31. hopefully speaking, we do hear by the end of the week. Really looking forward to another PTR and some D3 blasting. Again, thank you very much to today's video sponsor. I'll be back with some more videos just as soon as I can. Take it easy, guys. Peace.